Oh God. We're gonna go sandboarding today at the Great Dunes. I've never stood on a skateboard before. I've never been skiing. I've never been snowboarding, so this is gonna be fun. I'm not wearing my boots because we've got like a 20-minute drive to the sand dunes, and I don't want to wear my boots, so. And I'm wearing these. Okay, listen. We don't have a lot of room, so I'm wearing my toe shoes.
At the foot of the Sangre de Cristo Mountains, you'll find the Sahara of Colorado, also known as the Great Sand Dunes National Park. The park is 149,137 acres of the country's most unique geographic formations and a whole different world to explore.
We're here. We made it.
This was fun to hold. We are here at the Great Sand Dunes in Colorado. Fun fact, the Great Sand Dunes that you see behind me actually protect the tallest sand dune in North America, called the Star Dune, which towers at 755 feet. Oh my gosh, this is my dream.
Wow.
Oh, how cool. Oh, this is so cool.
Medano Creek, which is what we crossed to get to the dunes, is at its peak in late spring and early summer. Water that feeds the creek begins as snowfields high up in the mountains melt into Medano Lake, then cascades through meadows and forests to join the stream. In the spring and summer, these streams shave sand from the eastern and northern sides of the dune field, carrying it back toward the valley floor. The streams then disappear into the sand on the western edge, allowing the sand to be blown back and recycled into the dune field.
You ready to do some sandboarding?
Yeah, I'm nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous. I've never done this before. I've never been water skiing. I've never snowboarded. I can't even stand on a skateboard. I've tried. So we'll see what happens today. See how many times I wipe out.
Me, on the other hand, have done all of those things.
Yeah, you're a freaking master.
Except for sandboarding, so I'm really excited to try this. The guy that we rented the sandboard from said it's kind of like snowboarding, but it's not as reactive. So when you go to turn, it doesn't turn quite as easily as it does in snow. So we'll see how many times we biff it. I will say this sand is very difficult to walk in.
It is. It's gonna be a struggle. We got a long way to go.
We didn't want to bring the good camera because we were afraid we'd get sand in it. So I can't zoom in, but it's amazing how small the people look on top of these dunes.
Oh yeah, there's people like, I mean, they look like little ants.
Yeah.
The Great Sand Dunes have been formed over thousands of years as sand deposited by mountain streams and lakes on the San Luis Valley floor is carried in the form of small dunes by southwest winds towards the low curve of the mountains. As the sand reaches the mountains, it also encounters reverse storm winds from the northeast that have a canceling effect on any gradual migration of the main dunes into the mountains. Other barriers to migration of the main dune mass come from the Medano and Sand Creeks as they flow out of the mountains. In the spring and summer, these streams shave sand from the eastern and northern sides of the dune field.
It's like
Avalanche! Okay, so it turns out I'm really out of shape. My heart's pounding, I'm wheezing, my nose is running. We're having fun.
I'm not gonna lie, every sand dune we get over, there's another sand dune behind it.
Like we've come a long way.
Yeah,
This is what, like 2 miles?
easily 2 miles. Parked way down there somewhere. It is, yeah, no, it's not easy. If you guys come up here, it is not an easy hike. It's we have our shoes off. It actually helps a little bit, But I mean, the sand slips under your feet, and
It's rough.
oh, it's brutal.
We've had to stop multiple times.
Yeah.
I've had to stop.
The incline's pretty steep, so if you guys come out here, be prepared for that. But it is a good time.
So thousands of years ago, this desert valley was actually full of lakes and plant life, which was excellent living conditions for the Columbian mammoth. The Columbian mammoth was a cousin of the better known woolly mammoth, and there have been actual teeth found in these dunes.
Are you saying we can find some teeth?
We can find some teeth.
Maybe we'll use some megalodon teeth.
No.
Thanks.
Best invention ever. So while at these sand dunes, you may notice a weird humming sound. This is what happens when air is pushed through millions and millions of grains of sand. We haven't heard it yet, but you know, we're listening. The legendary Bing Crosby was actually inspired by this humming sensation and wrote a 1940s hit called The Singing Sands of Alamosa.
I'd play it for you guys, but
Oh!
copyright.
That's not how it goes. Ooh, fancy. Oh, my butt's too big. I think I used up all my wax. Oh well, yeah. That's okay. When you walk downhill, if you put your heels in, you don't slip as bad.
Oh, look at that.
See? Because if you walk like this, you're like,
We gotta go downhill quite a ways.
hey, it's better than uphill.
That's
right?
true. That's true.
We went a long way. Like we were all the way up there.
It was a haul. I mean, look at those people up there. That's where we were.
We were those people. Fun fact, the sand dunes resemble an alien landscape so much that NASA actually uses this site to test rovers. The two Viking spacecrafts that first landed on Mars were first tested here at the dunes.
This is quite the happening place. We got people there. There's people all the way up there. People over there.
I'm glad we got here super early because if the sand wasn't very hot, so we've been barefoot the whole time. We've been here for 4 hours,
Yeah,
probably.
roughly.
We got here at 7 this morning, and it's like 10:30, and it's starting to get hot.
Yeah.
So
This would, if I came here on a car, I would have brought a little picnic, you know, a picnic basket.
yeah,
And a blanket. Had a little afternoon here, but
yeah.
we got some other plans for this afternoon, so I think we're gonna head down to that stream since it's extremely hot.
It's getting a little toasty out here.
We're gonna go cool off in the water. Follow us down.
Follow us.
Always playing in the water.
Guess who's happy? So the river usually dries up by now, so we got lucky. It's usually receded all the way back that way. It's usually not here in early July, but we got lucky.
When your butt cheeks hit the sand, it spreads them apart and it hurts really bad.
Oh, don't fall.
Help.
I was just gonna watch you struggle. Oh.